Hi chat, so this is really different from my typical haha funny content, but like, I don't give a fuck, it's my channel anyway. For the people who don't know me, hi, I'm Sanity, I mean, JLDMMR. I'm a Spider-Man main who has over 150 plus hours on Spider-Man, and this is the first episode of the Spider-Man to Grandmaster series. A series where I try to learn and give you guys some Spider-Man tips and tricks as I play the game. This series is heavily inspired by MrLowlander's Agent to Ascendant series. I really recommend to go check him out if you also enjoy educational Valorant content. Now you might be asking yourself, Jill, you already have a ton of hours on Spider-Man, what do you need to learn? Well my friend, I'm absolute dog shit on this character and I need to redeem myself. So this is kind of like a relearning of the character as well. In this episode, we're gonna review the last 3 matches I've played with Spidey. Because the first 3, I was completely lagging and not performing at my best, so we're just gonna skip those. But before we begin, we gotta have some rules set for this challenge. Number 1, I have to play Spider-Man majority of my matches. Switching is always okay, like doing a strange portable or whatnot, like simple countering, but for this challenge, it's mainly Spider-Man. Number 2, gotta accept responsibility of my actions, especially when I am the main problem of the team and the reason why we are losing. And number 3, learn and have fun. Alright, let's get into the games. At the start of the first round, I immediately tried to set up for a dive, but I see Venom trying to flank, so I go back to see if we can try and stop him before he tries to dive. And since he saw me trying to flank the backline, it was already time to head back anyway because he would have come to his team.
Avengers Tower, enemy in front of us.
Made my share of mistakes, but I am fighting
Black Cat.
every day to make it.
Yes.
Clear your still
I think I see it.
It's always important to time your engagements and understand when is the right time to usually strike. Usually, you want to hard commit or hard engage on an enemy when you see the tanks on both teams are duking out. This is when the enemy healers are distracted and focused on healing the front line, so you can come from the back and snatch a pick. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a pick here, but luckily Wanda got one, so it all worked out.
Query. Testing formula eliminates them or our allies reluctant to use it.
I once detonated an entire species through an act of magic. I understand that.
Another good time to engage is when you see someone else, like another dive on your team, already starting the fight. Here I see Thor already holding off 3 people looking at him, so I try to help and get a pick. Now I see that the point was taken, so we go back to try and reclaim it. Do not do what we just did here. We wasted like 2 insane DPS ults just to fight off like 3 enemies. As much as possible, you want to be saving as much ults for when a team fight's happening. Now here's an example of when to disengage, whether when you're already in or out of a fight. I was already on half health and Black Cat was already looking at me. As much as possible, you don't want to be staying in the backline too long, especially when the opponents already see you coming and when you're down on low health. You want to engage always with full health.
Yeah. Gonna get sticky. Hi, neighbor.
I'll patch you up.
Okay, so this play here is a bad example of diving, especially when you're playing Spider-Man. You never want to come from the front where your enemies are facing, because that means the enemies would be hard focusing on you and they'd already see you coming. Instead, you want to come from the back to be more inconspicuous. Spider-Man is like an assassin. He's meant to get in, get some damage in or kill, and get out as quickly as possible. When diving, you have to really be patient and aware. Here, I didn't realize that the team wasn't pushed up and ready, and I decided to go for a hard commit fight, which I wasted all my cooldowns, and unfortunately we couldn't get to the end, but we were able to get it far. Second round, I set up on top of the enemy spawn doors so that they wouldn't have seen me as they're already walking out. In this play, I tried to kidnap the mag and bring him over to my team so we can beat him up over there, but unfortunately we couldn't get him.
Life is hard sometimes, but at least maybe I can make it easier for other people.
If the enemy already sees you coming in from the front, it's helpful that you swing upwards so that they will have to look at you from the top instead of the allies that need healing at the front, like I did in this clip. Unfortunately, I overstayed my welcome and should have just left. Again, here I killed the support and got one low, but no team was there to capitalize on those picks and weren't able to push up to it. Here, my team calmed that they had no tank, and since Mag was the only tank on their team, it was the perfect time to push up and overwhelm the squishies.
The tankless,
Now I've
tankless.
got something to prove.
Tankless. Nice.
My card slipped.
Count it down. You'll be all right. Someday I'll put some pep in my step.
In this play, I used my ult to stop any form of advancement from the enemy team. But it would be more better if I had just saved it for like their final push, and that's exactly what happened here. I didn't have my ult in time and they capped first point. Luckily, their invis wasted an ult for some reason and we were able to back up safely.
Never miss.
When you just kill the support near their spawn, you can go and try and set up a spawn camp to gain some early advantage. In this case, Thor was able to get Jubilee, and since I'm already spawn camping Invis, it'll set the enemies down with one support in the next fight. Unfortunately, they were able to win that fight because they regrouped. But we were able to fully stop them when we got into overtime.
Let's go.
2, 1.
Good job,
Nice
guys.
one,
Good job, guys.
GG's. Open. Alright, second game. At the start of the first round, I wanted to try and take a pull off the map. But in this play, Strange was holding up his shield, so instead I didn't use my pull and just waited for my Angela, who was also looking for the chance to boot someone off the map. And luckily we did. When you die as Spider-Man, you want to always get back into the fight as fast as possible. I recommend learning rollouts like what I'm about to show you to get there faster.
Better this time. Count it down.
Luckily, the enemy team wasn't anything too crazy and we steamrolled them into the second round. As Spider-Man, your job isn't just to disrupt the background, but to also challenge and push enemies off from off angles. In this play, I see the Phoenix up top and decide to push her off so that my team can push up safely.
And they will not escape.
And after these two quick picks,
Get cracked the whip.
You're welcome.
we won the second game. Alright, next game. As always, I try to do a pull, but unfortunately,
4, 3, 2, 1. You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
Crack the whip. Life is hard sometimes.
no
We have to
yoinks.
make it easier for other people.
Now, when playing Spider-Man into a Nomore, it's okay to just switch. But if you really want to try and one-trick Spider-Man to the higher ranks, one of the best ways to beat Nomore is to just bait out his cooldowns, like his bubble. And if you chose a squid down before he bubbles, you have the time to destroy the thing cause he can't really do anything while in the bubble form unless he pops up early, so just keep an eye out for that. But in this play, I just played like a fucking fool. This game went on for like 3 minutes and they soon realized they're gonna have to portal. When you hear this, you wanna try and cancel it with your pull as fast as possible. Don't value your life and HP, just try to get that portal. Luckily, we got it in time. Nothing really happened in the second round, we were able to overwhelm the enemies and take the point in time.
1, 2, 0. Another epic victory! Big win!
3 in a row. And this is where the video ends. 3 for 3 wins, plat 2, and 88 RR to my name. Hope you guys learned something, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode. God bless.